You know what's better than a great anime? A great anime that's completely finished. No waiting, no cliffhangers, just pure binge-worthy perfection. For me, there's nothing more satisfying than diving into a completed series and experiencing the full story from start to finish. So today, I've got something special for you. A list of the top 15 best completed anime of all time. These shows have left a lasting impact on the anime world, featuring unforgettable characters, emotional highs, and stories that stick with you long after the credits roll. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into this lineup of certified masterpieces.
お父さん、よう言うてたわな。お皿洗って、後片付け終わるまでが、料理やって。
At number 15, we have Summertime Rendering. The story begins on the peaceful Hitoishima Island, a sunny, quiet town where nothing ever happens, until everything does happen at once. Shinpei Ajiro, your average laid-back guy, returns home for the funeral of his childhood friend. But something feels off. People are acting strange, some are seeing copies of themselves. And then comes the twist. This island has a shadow problem. These shadow creatures copy people, kill them, and take their place. As for Shinpei, he keeps dying, stabbed, shot, even shadow-slapped, only to wake up again a few days earlier. He's trapped in a time loop, forced to relive the same days while trying to uncover the mystery and save everyone he cares about. Somehow, this anime manages to mix horror, sci-fi, mystery, and summer vibes into one chaotic, mind-bending masterpiece. At number 14, we have Kuroko no Basket. Teiku Junior High's basketball team was untouchable, thanks to 5 prodigies known as the Generation of Miracles. But after graduation, these once teammates became rivals, each seeking glory at different high schools. Enter Seirin High School, home to 2 freshmen ready to shake up the game, Taiga Kagami, a fiery powerhouse fresh from the US, and Tetsuya Kuroko, a quiet, unassuming player with a game-changing secret. While Kuroko may look invisible on the court, that's kind of the point. His misdirection and passing skills earned him the nickname the Phantom Sixth Man of Teiku. Together, Kuroko and Kagami vow to take down each of the Miracle members and lead Seirin to the top of Japan's high school basketball world. What follows is a hype-fueled journey packed with gravity-defying dunks, no-look passes, and court rivalries that feel like superhero showdowns. If you're looking for peak sports anime energy with a satisfying finish, Kuroko no Basket delivers the full package. At number 13, we have Parasite the Maxim. Meet Shinichi Izumi, your average shy high schooler just trying to get through life. That is, until a murderous alien tries to crawl into his ear. Luckily, Shinichi was wearing earphones. Unluckily, the alien takes the next available route, his right hand. Now his arm is possessed by a sarcastic, shape-shifting alien named Miggy, basically Siri with knives. Together, they form the most awkward survival duo imaginable. While most aliens go full head invasion and masquerade as terrifying humans with origami monster faces, Shinichi and Miggy are the odd ones out, trying to survive in a world where almost everyone wants them dead. It blends horror, sci-fi, and emotional weight in a way that's hard to forget. With sharp animation, philosophical themes, and a killer soundtrack, this 24-episode ride is lean, clever, and hits harder than you'd expect.
Her existence had been kept hidden from everyone. However, some of the people who knew about her said that she was a weapon. She was just a tool without a heart.
Stepping away from the action-packed fight animes, at number 12 we have Violet Evergarden. It's a show whose narrative exploration is just as beautiful as the animation. Set in a post-war, European-inspired world, Violet Evergarden follows a young girl named Violet. Raised only to be a tool of war, she knew nothing beyond orders and obedience. But when the war ends and the guns fall silent, she's left with one final memory, the haunting last words of her major. Violet gets a job writing letters as an auto-memory doll, with her job being to properly capture the emotions of her clients and convey them. Coming from a bleak childhood, Violet is rather robotic in her approach to things. She does not fully understand the concept of love. As such, Violet Evergarden is genuinely a story of feelings.
大丈夫。君ならできるよ。
僕を突き動かす力強く鼓動のように君の音が聞こえる君がいる
At number 11, we have Your Lie in April. If you're not ready to cry, you might want to skip this one, because Your Lie in April will absolutely wreck you in the most beautiful way possible. The story follows Kusei Arima, a piano prodigy who loses all color in his life after the death of his mother. The trauma runs so deep that he can no longer hear the sound of his own piano, and with that, his music, his passion, fades away. But everything begins to change when he meets Kaori Miyazuno, a free-spirited violinist with a radiant smile and a mysterious pain of her own. Through her, Kusei finds the courage to face his fears, rediscover music, and feel emotions he'd long buried. This anime is a symphony of heartbreak, healing, and love, woven together with stunning animation and a soul-stirring soundtrack. So here's a gentle warning: if you're not ready for an emotional ride, tread carefully. But if you're brave enough to face it, Your Lie in April will stay with you long after the final performance ends.
We are assassins. Our target is our teacher.
What I'm about to tell you, we in the business call classified. I'm gonna need you to kill this thing for the sake of mankind.
At number 10, we have Assassination Classroom. Even if you're short on time, make time for this one. Because Assassination Classroom isn't just an anime, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. This series blends everything: side-splitting comedy, heart-wrenching emotions, meaningful life lessons, and some of the most creative assassination attempts you'll ever witness. At the center of it all is a class of misfit students, and their alien octopus-shaped teacher, Koro-sensei. Yes, you heard that right. Their teacher is a super-powered being who has threatened to destroy the Earth. But before he does, he offers humanity a bizarre chance. If his own students can manage to assassinate him before graduation, the planet will be spared. With stunning animation, clever writing, and a story that tugs at your heart just as often as it makes you laugh, Assassination Classroom is a rare gem. Trust me, this is one anime you'll never forget.
So you're not a human.
I can't be a ghoul.
Well, you're not a ghoul either.
At number 9, we have Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul starts off with an innocent vibe, only to drag you headfirst into a brutal world of fear, identity, and survival. The story follows Ken Kaneki, a kind-hearted and bookish college student whose life takes a horrific turn after a date gone wrong. He wakes up in a hospital, only to discover that he's been turned into a half-ghoul, a creature that feeds on human flesh. From there, his life is thrown into chaos. Torn between the human world he once knew and the terrifying underground society of ghouls, Kaneki must learn to navigate both while fighting to hold on to his humanity. His journey of pain, growth, and identity crisis is dark, thrilling, and deeply emotional. With intense action, gory battles, psychological torment, and a haunting atmosphere, Tokyo Ghoul will keep you glued to the screen. And the best part? It's fully completed, perfect for a dark weekend binge. Now at number 8, we have Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho 100 is a visually stunning and emotionally rich series that redefines what it means to be a supernatural anime. The story follows Shigeo Kageyama, better known as Mob, a quiet and awkward middle schooler with immense psychic powers. But unlike most powerful characters, Mob doesn't want fame or control. He just wants a normal life. He hopes to make friends, fit in, and maybe even impress his crush. But with great power comes constant attention. Mob finds himself caught in situations where others try to exploit or challenge his abilities. What unfolds is a journey filled with jaw-dropping battles, hilarious moments, and breathtaking animation. At its core, though, Mob Psycho 100 is a story of self-discovery. If you're looking for a completed anime that blends humor, action, and heart, Mob Psycho 100 delivers it all in a truly unforgettable way. Up next, at number 7, we have Monster. Monster is a gripping psychological thriller that dives deep into the darkest corners of the human mind. The story follows Dr. Kenzo Tenma, a talented and kind-hearted brain surgeon whose life spirals out of control after he makes a difficult moral choice, saving the life of a young boy named Johann Liebert instead of a high-profile official. Years later, Tenma discovers that the boy he saved has grown up to become a cold, calculating serial killer. Haunted by guilt and driven by a sense of justice, Tenma embarks on a harrowing journey to stop Johann, uncovering disturbing truths and facing ethical challenges that blur the line between right and wrong. What makes Monster so captivating is its deep psychological tension, complex character development, and its ability to keep you hooked without relying on flashy action or supernatural elements. If you're looking for a completed anime that's intellectually stimulating, emotionally intense, and unforgettable, Monster is as good as it gets.
If you could travel back in time and redo one thing, what would you choose and why?
Now, Mayuri.
Close to top 5 at number 6, we have Steins Gate. Steins Gate is the mind-bending masterpiece that plays with time in the most fascinating way possible. The story revolves around Rintaro Okabe, a self-proclaimed mad scientist who runs a small lab with his group of quirky friends. Their experiments are bizarre and borderline ridiculous, until one day they accidentally discover that their microwave can send text messages to the past. What starts as harmless fun quickly spirals into a complex web of time loops, consequences, and emotional chaos. Every decision they make shifts reality in unpredictable ways, and some outcomes are far darker than they could have imagined. With eccentric characters, smart humor, and a slow-burning plot that explodes in the second half, if you want a show that messes with your head and your heart, this one's a must-watch.
These hands of mine have been dirty for a long time now, Suzaku. Your coming to face me now doesn't matter at all. Hell, I welcome it even. I mean, of course, you and I are friends.
At number 5, we have Code Geass, a series that perfectly blends political intrigue, supernatural powers, and high-stakes strategy into one unforgettable experience. Set in a world where the Holy Empire of Britannia has taken over Japan, this anime follows Lelouch, a fallen prince living in exile. Brilliant but powerless, Lelouch dreams of overthrowing the empire and creating a better world, not just for Japan, but for his sister and those he cares about. And then, fate intervenes. A mysterious girl grants him a supernatural ability that changes everything. With a single look, he gains the power to command anyone to do whatever he says. But Code Geass isn't just about powers or rebellion. It's about sacrifices, consequences, and what happens when idealism meets harsh reality. At number 4, we have Death Note. Now, if you love watching intellectual battles, mind games, and a story that constantly keeps you guessing, Death Note is a must-watch. The story follows Light Yagami, a brilliant high school student who discovers a mysterious notebook, the Death Note. It gives him the terrifying power to kill anyone whose name he writes in it, as long as he knows their face. With a twisted sense of justice, Light sets out to rid the world of criminals, determined to create a utopia. But of course, power corrupts. What starts as a noble idea quickly spirals into a dangerous game of control, manipulation, and obsession. What follows is one of the most gripping cat-and-mouse games in anime history. Death Note is sharp, suspenseful, and one of the smartest anime ever made.
And now, this world shall know pain. Almighty push!
At number 3, we have one of the big three of anime, Naruto. Let's be honest, If you grew up watching anime in the 2000s, Naruto was probably your entry point, and for good reason. Born with a powerful beast sealed inside him, Naruto's journey from a lonely outcast to a symbol of hope is one of the most iconic and emotionally resonant stories in anime. It's packed with heart-pounding fights, deep character arcs, and some genuinely powerful life lessons. Whether it's perseverance, friendship, or forgiveness, Naruto tackles it all without losing its lighthearted charm. And yes, we're talking about Naruto as a complete anime, so let's all agree to pretend Boruto never happened, alright? Almost at the top, at number 2, we have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This one's often called the greatest anime of all time, and honestly, I get why. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood has everything you'd want from a complete anime. Powerful storytelling, unforgettable characters, emotional highs and lows, epic world building, and jaw-dropping animation. But what really makes it special is how every piece fits together so perfectly. It's the kind of show that pulls you in from episode 1 and never lets go. Whether you're here for the action, the emotions, or the deep philosophical questions, it delivers on all fronts. It's not just a must-watch. It's the kind of anime that raises the bar for everything that comes after. And personally, it's one of the most satisfying stories I've ever experienced from start to finish.
Place on Paradis. The king has been deposed. The founding titan stolen. The thief is an enemy to every man, woman, and child outside of his island. Enemy of peace. His name is Aaron.
At the top of the list, we have the greatest and most complete anime of all time, Attack on Titan. Honestly, I don't care what anyone says. For me, this is the greatest piece of media I've ever watched. Attack on Titan isn't just about humans versus titans. It's about survival, mystery, freedom, and the cost of war. It all begins in a world where humanity has been pushed to the brink of extinction by terrifying, flesh-eating giants known as titans. For 100 years, what's left of mankind hides behind massive walls, believing they're safe. Until one day, a colossal titan breaks through, reigniting the nightmare. What makes Attack on Titan truly special is how it constantly evolves. Each season peels back new layers, deeper truths, moral questions, and massive twists that turn everything you thought you knew upside down. The foreshadowing? It's easily the best I've ever seen in anime. I even made an entire video series on my channel breaking it all down. And if you still haven't experienced it, now's the perfect time to dive in. And with that, we wrap up our list of the top 15 best completed anime of all time. Which one was your personal favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest anime content. If you're a fan of sports anime, check out this video right here. Or, if you love Attack on Titan, click here to discover 33 jaw-dropping details you probably missed. I'll be back soon with another exciting topic. Until then, keep exploring the captivating world of anime.